So first time it worked, second time I'm hoping will work, but you never know. Okay, so the login for the admin is always the URL/admin. Okay?
Yeah.
You've got your username details. Now they're always going to be different for clients. I will post them up on on the websites just so that way you can look at it as well. Obviously I've got different ones because I've got a super duper user account. It just means I can do things that other people can't.
That you don't want other people to be able to do.
Exactly. If they had some, if they had some of the, what's the saying? With great power comes great responsibility. Okay, so you got your dashboard. This is your front end.
Yep.
Once the site's live, you can activate your Google Analytics. I usually do that. And then you've got your system and admin settings. Most of this stuff you shouldn't have to worry too much about. Crap, hang on, sorry, I've just left, I think I've left something or lost something. Never mind, I'll worry about that later. So in here you can add profiles, you can do other sorts of stuff as well, but you don't have to really worry about that too much. The main information you'll be looking at is the website side of things. So you've got your menu up here, can you all see that?
Yep.
So you got your edit website.
So what if you had different sizes plus different colours in the size?
And then that will... Just hang on, sorry, bear with me.
Right.
Okay, so you've got this now. You'll notice here, this is your main menu.
Boots would have different sizes and different colours.
Choose page type. Web pages.
Yeah, they should all have different colours.
So then you've also got, if you
just the ugly standard.
Web pages in menu is this here. Can you see that?
Yep.
So if you want to edit it, now you've got three main buttons on editing content. You've got this first one, which is editing your meta, your SEO and your meta key tags.
Yep, got it.
So for instance, Why Eagle Wolves, you got your page name, page title, URL. Now the page name and the URL are related to each other. So what you type there is what is displayed there. Your page title is what is displayed up here, up on the top of the browser and then on top of the tab.
Yep.
And then you've got your meta description. And then also you can put in your keywords. And then you've got your template, you shouldn't have to worry about that. And then you've also got show in menu. Again, most of that will be done.
Yep, same as my other Microsoft.
Yeah, we wouldn't really be doing anything with the keywords or.
Yeah. But just so you're aware of that, if you need to change a page title or description or add a keyword, that's where you do it. But where you obviously the X is to remove it. I would recommend you be very careful in doing that. Now, where the magic happens is this second icon where you've got the little lines. Yeah. So we'll just click on that.
Put it up. Yep.
And then, as you can see, this is
the content.
Exactly. So this is Why Eagle Wolves.
Yeah.
And you can see it there. Right?
Yep.
Now, to add, but in other CMSs they use a WYSIWYG editor. This is a little bit different. Instead, it uses containers. Now, the benefit of containers is it allows it does a lot of the formatting for you. So you don't have to do it so it means there's less things that can go wrong and less coding that you have to do as well. So I'm just going to click on Add Container,
Yeah.
and then you've got a whole. Sorry, what?
Basically, the adding a container,
Yeah.
it's just putting another section in, yeah?
Yeah. Now, if you look here, you've got texts, you've got testimonials, you've got testimonials with an image, you've got headers, you've got single images, you got, a block of text with an image on the left, a block of text with an image on the right. So, you can see it all. Then you've got, your call to action buttons, forms, videos, Google Maps, some widgets. Wouldn't normally have to worry about that, but you can do that. And then, of course, a module as well. So say, for instance, if you want a photo gallery underneath it, you would then click that and follow the prompts and stuff like that.
Okay.
Is that all not too complicated?
No.
No, that seems alright.
Alright, so obviously when you want to add it, you just click it.
You notice
And
that
it will say
carpet
adding
cover
container
always
to the
comes up
page.
under Ugg
And
boot?
then once it's done, you get that
notice
little green little tick. So I'll just show you that again.
It's
Adding
me,
container,
yeah, I noticed
little
that. I
green
put
tick
all the
saying that it's
feedback
been
up,
done.
yeah.
And then once you've added it, you don't have to really worry about the order because
It
you can
comes
do
up
that
under
in
all
there.
of them, the
And then
carpet
once you've
cover.
added the containers or your text or your images or your video, you just press close, and then they'll all appear. So these are the two text boxes that we attached. And again, if you want to remove them, it's as simple as grabbing it. So you see the icon with the 4 little arrows,
Yep.
and you just move it around.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
Now I'm just and again, if you want to remove them, you just got to press the X's. Now I'm just going to change it as it was, and then again we can remove it. Now to edit, obviously this is a header. To edit a header text is very, very simple. It just gives you a text box. So if you want to add an exclamation mark or whatever, you can do it. You press save, and it does it.
Yeah,
you
it's got
can
a
click
deselect them all.
preview page, or if you're like me, you've already got it open, and then you can just press refresh, and
Car seat covers.
it it's been done.
Yep.
Now editing text. Now this is an image to the left with text. Now you can upload an image.
Should be gone.
Let's
Got
just
it.
say you want to upload an image.
Good,
Again,
that was one I was going, it's coming up on
you
every
can
page.
do the
How's
URL.
that?
So say for instance you've got a image URL on the website. You can
Yeah,
put it in there. You
got
can
it.
put your alt text. You can do your width, or you can upload it from your computer, which is as simple as proceed to uploader, click browse, look on your computer, select it, and then you've got your text, and you can crop it or you can uncrop it and stuff like that. And then once you've done that, it will replace in there. Now, if you've already uploaded the image to the CMS, it's just the second option, which is choose an image from image library, which you just select.
It's quite similar to WordPress, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just a bit more structure around it.
Yeah.
From
yeah.
a sales
So, like I said,
perspective.
if you've used WordPress, if you use Joomla, Drupal, or any other ones, it's fairly similar. Now, what this does by default, just to quicken up the image load time, is it hides the image preview by default. If you want to show it, you just select the little icon up the top there.
My screen must have done something funny because I'm not seeing movement on your screen, Jermaine.
Okay, it might just take a little bit.
Bit slower.
Yeah, so it's the upsell, cross-sell
I'm
kind
not
of.
seeing. Mine's still showing the edit text box.
I am recording this, and so I will.
Yeah, that's okay. No probs.
I will stick it up on YouTube.
It is changing here, Trace. Your internet's a bit slower than mine.
It had been keeping up just until a moment ago, though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll keep going, and then if worse comes to worse, you can always watch it again on YouTube, and you can use it again.
Fine.
Eventually, we are going to be having like little YouTube clips throughout the whole admin to be able to show people how to do stuff. So yeah, eventually. Okay, so that's, and then you can select your images and stuff like that as well. So you just click on use image, and then it will show up here. Now, if you want to edit the text, you've got this little icon here, which is just the edit icon. So you click on that. It is thinking about it, and then this will pop up, and then this is where you'll see the normal WYSIWYG editor. Now, the beauty about using it this way is that you only have to use the WYSIWYG editor for the text. For everything else, it does all the layout for you. So there's no need to be able to, because normally you would have to float the image. You would have to include the image here and then float it to the left or float it to the right. And then you would have to put another, and it was a little bit complicated. So this makes it simpler. And again, you've got your larger text, normal text, your underlines, your links. If you're a HTML buff, you can always click on the HTML, and it will just upload it as HTML, and then you can go from there.
Well, that won't be us.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's really mainly for web developers, really.
Yeah.
So that's that, and then again.
Now, Pam's been working on this for the last while, hasn't she?
Extra copy. You just do it. You press save. It will upload, and then you can go back to your page, and you'll be able to see the change, which will be in this line here. Internet's a little bit slow today. Yeah, there you go there. So that's how you can edit copy. And then once you're finished with it, you just click back to menu. Now, like I said before, this shows the web pages that are in the menu. Now, there are other pages. Now, there's web pages that are not in the menu. There's thank you pages. So, for instance, a thank you page is once someone signs up to a form. In this example, enjoy VIP club savings. Once someone enters their details, press Act Now, they then get taken to a thank you page. Now, if you need to edit the copy on the thank you page, you would go to
using it will be another question.
Show pages.
Some will come up as we're using it.
It will show you a list of all the thank you pages, as you can see here. You've got other pages like your shop pages, your landing pages, your mobile pages, and your Facebook pages. Mobile pages you wouldn't really have to worry about. Facebook pages are if you want a page to on Facebook. Most of the time, Ebby or the developer will be creating that. But if you need to edit the content, of course you can do it like that. And you've got landing pages. So let's just say, for instance, you've this feature is still in development, but let's just say you're doing a Mother's Day. What do you call it? A Mother's Day campaign, and you can do a landing page for that. Now you can do it a number of ways. You can do it on eaglewolves.com.au/Mother's Day. Or you can do another URL like, getyourUGSforyourmum.com.au. And then what you can do is you can use that URL to point to the landing page that you've created here. So you can have specific URLs
that you don't want other people to be able to
stuff. But then you don't have to, worrying about hosting for another domain name or getting myself or someone else creating a page or something like that. You'll be able to do it all via the CMS. Now that feature is in development at the time of now and at the time of recording, but it will be working, and then when it works, obviously there will be a video on how for people to do that as well. I'll just show you web pages, not in menu. Now the reason why it's like this is just so, as you can understand, that there's going to be some websites that have got like, 50 to 100 pages. It can get quite tedious and stuff, so it breaks it down so that way it's easier to go through. Now, so obviously you've got all of these pages here, you've got your sizing chart and all of this other stuff. Now there is another option which I didn't show you before, which I will show now. So I'll just go back to web pages, in menu, show pages. Now, as you can see on some of them, you've got a drop-down box, like health benefits of sheepskin, and sheepskin adds resale value to your car, Ugg boot sizing chart, etc., etc. Now what you can actually do is, it's on White Eagle Wools, so you can click on White Eagle Wools, and then the secondary level will actually appear here. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
So then, for instance, if you wanted to edit health benefits, that's how you would edit it, and then obviously there's the Ugg boot sizing chart as well. Now on some websites you have a third drop-down menu option. Again, you would click on Ugg boot sizing chart, and then it will actually show it. It will show again. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. If you want to add testimonials.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so you've got all your stuff. You've got your FAQs, you've got your video blogs, news and testimonials. Now you can edit the category, which is this column here.
Yeah, like we wouldn't really be doing anything with the keywords or
edit an article. So
editing.
if you wanted to add a testimonial, you can click on that. Or if you want to view a testimonial, you click on the magnifying glass. I'm just going to click on view. Because obviously, Street Smart Marketing really push testimonials. And then so you can see the testimonials. You can add a testimonial by just clicking the button there. You can add a name, title, position, and then you can add testimonial, as you can see there, company, and then you can even add
content
stuff as well. So that's now with. I'll just click on news and testimonials. And it's the same as FAQs. You can view your FAQs. I'm not sure if this has actually got any. No, this site doesn't have any, but then you can add an FAQ, very similar as adding a testimonial or anything else like that. You got your question, your date's an optional field, and then you've got your answer, and then you can do it as well. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Still with me?
Obviously will have FAQs at some point.
Yes.
and
And then obviously there's the video
basically
blog
the
and also
adding
blog
a
as well.
container. It's just
Again, it's very, very
putting
similar.
another
All
section
making
in
sense?
here.
Still with me?
Yep.
Haven't sent anyone asleep yet?
No.
Okay, that's good. Alright, now, so I don't overload you all, I'll show you how to edit products, and then I might call it a day, okay?
Yep.
And I've given you Eagle Wool's login details, so you can go in and have a bit of a look as well. Now, to edit your products, or to have anything to do with your products in an e-commerce site, again, this will only show if you've got products. So if it's a purely information-based or a shop and all website, you will not have a manage store button.
No.
So you click on
No, that
manage
seems
store, Again, you got your secondary section here. And then, so you've got your products, your categories, your featured products, your coupons, suppliers. Obviously, not everyone will be using suppliers, and your store settings. Okay. Now, a lot of products have variants. So, for instance, you might, in this case, it's Ugg boots. You have different sizes and different colours. Now, every different size and every different colour is actually a different product. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Right.
Now,
you've got to list them all down for each colour and size.
Yeah, so now to be able to view them as one, because if you look here, you've got Barmer hats XL, Barmer hats large, Barmer hats medium, and Barmer hats small. Now, that's kind of complicated, and you can't actually edit the individual sizing. So what you can do is you've got this option here, switch to product group view, which is the one that I've highlighted just there. You click on it, and
That's not come up for me yet.
okay. Let us know when it comes up.
Switch to product group view.
Would you like a veggie?
Yep.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
what will happen is now, instead of having all the different sizes for Barmer hats, it's just got Barmer hats.
Yep.
Now you've got this first little icon, which is edit product details, and then you've got disable products. So say, for instance, the product's out of stock, or you've literally got 2 of them, and then you list them up there to get rid of them, and then once they've gone, you remove it. Now you can
I did notice, would you normally show the stock available?
yes, you can. Now, you can delete the product, but I would recommend you disable the product, because the product might be out of stock now, but then in 6 months' time the product may be back in stock, and if you disable it, it's easier to enable it than to re-add all of the information.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to edit
Quite
product details,
similar
which
to
is this little icon
WordPress,
here,
really.
The first one. Just click
Just
on
a
it.
bit more structure around it.
We've lost your screen, I haven't seen any of this yet.
It's alright, okay, let us know when you see what I see.
So I've still got a list, not at the switch to product group view, I've still got the listed out product.
Okay, give it a few more seconds, and then if nothing happens...
My screen must have done something funny, because I'm not seeing movement on your screen, Jermaine.
Hang on, I'll just pause the
Bit
recording.
slower, Trace, probably yours.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing... mine's still showing the edit text box. Yeah, okay.
Webcam.
Yeah, that's okay, no
I've
problem.
been trying to record it, but seeing I've had such
No,
a
it is changing here, Trace. Your internet's a bit slower than mine.
It had
Okay,
been
part
keeping up
2.
just until a moment ago.
Alright, so
Alright.
you click on switch to product group view.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then you've got your edit product details. This will allow you to edit the product details and all of the variants as well. So I'll just click on it. You get a big pop-up like this.
Cool.
Okay. Now this is where you can manage all of the what do you call it? Like all the product details.
Yep.
So you've got your product name, you've got your price, you've got your date available. So let's just say, for instance, you've got a range of stock that is to be released on next Monday. You can add it all now, and then release, and then put the date for next Monday. So then that way you don't have to do it the Sunday night or first thing in the Monday morning. You get your wholesale price and your sale price. Wholesale price, most people don't worry about, because you only use that if you're in the wholesale business. Sale price is if you, for instance, you got a sale on, you can put it down to, you know, $60 or something.
Yeah.
Then you've got your product description. Again, you got your WYSIWYG editor where you can bold, underline, make bullet points, ordered list, links, etc., etc. You've got your HTML source if you're a web monkey and you know what you're doing. If not, I would recommend you just leave it. Now this is where it can get a little bit confusing. You've got your product option. Now you've got your single or multiple. Now your multiple is if you have a multiple products, like for instance, as it is here, you've got your different sizes.
Well, that won't be up.
So say for
So what
instance,
if you had different sizes plus different colours in the size?
okay, let me find one that would actually be a good example. I think this is a good one. No, that's not one. I'm just trying to think of...
Boots would have different prices and different colours.
What, tall Ugg boots?
Yeah, they should all have different colours. Yeah, just the Ugg boots.
Here we go. Tall Ugg boots. So you scroll down and you've got it here. You've got black as the property. And then you've got the size, which is this here.
Yep.
And then you've got, you know, black, chocolate, sand, and chestnut, and pink.
Yep.
Now, it is easier to do all of this in the product import and the product import stage. Now, I won't, in this tutorial, I won't show how to add like another color range, just because it gets a little bit confusing, and this is mainly a just a basic one.
Yep.
So you've got that. So that's how you can do that. Product types. Now this is where you choose your categories. Now it is to select multiple ones. You hold down Control and select it as well.
Yep.
And you
Same
can
as
deselect.
other Microsoft products.
Yes. Now I do recommend you choose the parent category as well. So if it's a tall Ugg boots and it's under Ugg boots, I recommend you select Ugg boots as well. You can choose your supplier, you can choose your brands, your product types. Another neat little feature is you can add a YouTube code. So say for instance you've got, say if it's a tent and you want to show people how easy it is to erect a tent. You would stick it up on YouTube and stick it here. For Ugg boots, you may have, I don't know, a catwalk scene of someone wearing the Ugg boots. So you can put it in there, and then it will display it on the product page, just underneath the product description. Now you have to do the embed code. Now, I'll quickly show how to select the embed code, so just bear with me.
Go to YouTube.
Yeah, so you got a YouTube link. You got your video. Now this is you go share, embed, and then you select that code there. And it's simple as copy. And then you paste the code in there. And that's all you do. Tax codes, again, you've got tax codes. A lot of this stuff you don't need, but it is there in case you do need it. Product information, product images, sorry. Now this is where you've got your different variations of your products. Again, you can upload an image straight from the computer, or you can upload it from the library, and it's as simple as what I've showed you before.
Yeah.
Now, you see this black little box around there? That is regarding this here. Please click on the image to be shown as primary image for the product. So when you're on here, tall Ugg boots, you can change what image is displayed here. As simple as, so if I select that, click Save and Finish, then go back here, Press
you notice
refresh.
that car seat cover always comes up under Ugg boots?
Yeah. We'll look at that. I can.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
I put all the
So
back
you
up
can
again.
see the image has been changed.
It comes up under all of them, the car seat cover.
Yeah, now that probably is because it's under select.
Yeah.
Yes, under the category. Now, this is a good example, so we'll have a look at this now. Now, you could go, when you're searching for a certain product, you could type out the whole thing, but I am a little bit lazier and I would just go hooded. And then always have this selected, search by product group, click search, and it comes up anyway. So there's no point in typing hooded car seat covers when hooded would bring it up anyway. Now if I click edit, and if I go to, once it uploads, if it uploads, go to product types, you see how they're all selected?
Yeah, got to deselect them all.
Yep. So we'll just select it, and then it is
Car seat covers.
so car products. No, so car seat covers. Yep, exactly like that, right? Now, if you click save and finish, click on here.
Should be gone. Got it.
It's gone. So
That
if
was
it's
one I was going, it's coming up on every page. How's that?
yeah, so sometimes it's just it's as simple as that.
Yeah, got it.
Now I'll just go back to this. Just bear with me. Come on. So we've done product images, related products. Now, related products you need to be specific about. Now what some people do. So say for instance, if it's we're in car seat covers. So they'll select all the different car seat covers and then move them over.
Yep.
So, you can search for it, you just click, and it shows up all of the cars. So, they'll go like this. Control, select again, and they'll bring them all over. However, I think you need to be
Pam
a little
obviously
bit
will
more
have FAQs at
smart
some
with
point.
that. And,
From a sales perspective.
yeah, you need to go from a sales perspective. So let's just say it's a tall Ugg boot, right? Now, you could select some products.
No.
But I would also select you maybe go for, your Ugg boot car kit, your care kit. You might, and then you might go, okay, this is another example might be if it's a shirt, and you want to sell the whole outfit. So it's an upsell. So if it's a shirt, you want to sell him some pants, you want to sell him some belt, you want to sell him some shoes, maybe a belt buckle to go with the belt. What about a nice wallet? So you do some related products, but you also do an upsell product as well.
Yep.
Now custom fields, again you've got your height, width, length, and width. That is needed for shopping cart examples. Now hooded car seat covers doesn't have to be exact. I don't expect you to go out with the measuring kit, but you need to go. All right, if you're going to pack it in a package, the height it will be 5 centimeters. The width 10 centimeters. The length 8 centimeters, and the width it's in grams, so you might go, okay, it's 250. Now, I would recommend that you.
So you've got to list them all down for each colour and size.
This because it's with Australia Post. It's a third-party plugin, and Australia Post does have a tendency to change the weight dimension specifically. So if it says 250, they may change it to kilos instead of grams. At the moment it's in grams, but if they change it to kilos, obviously the shipping is going to be a lot bigger if it reads it as the item is 250 kilos instead of 250
That's not
grams.
come up for me yet.
So we check it regularly, but it was worth keeping an eye on it yourself. Because
Ditch the product group view.
Yeah, it's worth checking out. So that's that. You got your SEO properties. Again, SEO purposes. Meta description, it's about 255 keywords and keywords as well. So that's, and then once you're finished with it, you press save and finish. Now, for...
Pam's been working on this for the last while, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's just been adding images.
So I did notice, would you normally show the stock available?
One thing I didn't
The
say,
buyer?
sorry, so I'll just go back in here. Now, you can have different prices for your different variants. I have, it's just another, so if that's the case, you just need to let me know and then I'll get it set up. Like with, you know, so say for instance, if you're, I'm just trying to think of an example, like wardrobes, you know, or beds or furniture, or like say if it's a 2-seater and a 3-seater furniture, a 3-seater is usually more expensive than a 2-seater. It will be the same product, but you've got your different variants. So your variants can have different prices. But that's usually discussed and it's usually set up in the development side of things.
Okay.
Now, any questions regarding this?
So I've still got a list, not at the Switch product group view, I've still got the listed out product.
Yep. That will come up as we're using it.
Yep, no, that's fine. So that's basically how to do the basics of products. Again, any issues, concerns, email me on, personally contact me via Skype, email, or get in touch with me on Basecamp.
You want to record webcam
I'll get back
or
to
record audio?
Cool.
Alright, hang on, I'm just going to press stop, so just bear with me while I turn this off.